You keep breaking your FPV gear over some stupid crash? Well, I do. So I'm going to share with you 4 uncommon tips that will protect and prolong your common FPV gear. And if you stay tuned to the end, I'm going to share one bonus hack that will help you in a desperate time. So here we go. What is up, FPV fam, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I did long form content, but hey, I'm back. So without wasting your time, without wasting my time, let's dive straight down to the tips. All right, the first one is how to protect your motors. So of course, you put a motor protector, but most motor protectors are 3D printed and they are TPU, but I use this purchase from AliExpress. It's, I don't know what kind of plastic, but it is plastic. It has a stronger protection than TPU. It's not as soft, so when you crash it won't hit your motors. And these are very cheap. It comes in a bag of 4. It's only $4 for 4, and it is super handy to carry around, especially if you're traveling, you're out on the field. You don't want to bring your soldering iron to replace your motors. You don't want to bring extra bells. These are practically weightless, and if you're a freestyle pilot, you're probably rocking 22XX or 23XX motors, so this will definitely fit. And if you do crash, and let's say these protectors are damaged, you can just take it out easily from the screws below and just replace them. You'll be glad to know that your first crash actually saved your motors from seizing. So this is actually a layer of defense that will help to prolong your motor life. Okay, so on to the second tip, which is actually to protect protect your batteries. So if you follow me on TikTok, you might have seen the video, and if you are not followed yet, go and search me on TikTok, okay? But I won't plug myself here. So if you put your batteries like this and you have a HD cam here, if you crash upside down, you're probably gonna damage your batteries and your GoPro. So what I do is I put a fin on top of it. Okay, so I just strap it together with my battery, and this fin is actually higher than my battery and also my GoPro. And if I crash upside down, this will be the first point of contact to the ground or to whatever, and it will protect everything that's on top. So if you crash upside down, this is a form of protection. And also this is from AliExpress. It's, I think, $4 also. Yeah, and if you have a 3D printer, you can actually print one of your own, but the TPU that I use is not as strong as the one that I got from AliExpress, so it's super cheap. Just get it. And by the way, like everything I mentioned today, the links will be provided in the description below. Okay, so on to the third tip. All right, this is the third tip. This is what you can use to protect whatever components that are inside the body of your frame, your fuselage. So it will be mainly your stack, your VTX, or your receivers. So for me, it's just my stack and my CADDX Vista here. Or if you're using O3, it will protect that too. What it is just an elastic piece of cloth. And if you rock like the iFlight, uh, whatever your BNF is, it actually comes with a better protection that covers the fuselage. But this is just a cheap way. If you're not rocking iFlight or whatever other frame that has it, you can just get this from TBS. It's just a sleeve that you can just wrap around your body, and it will protect from maybe rain, or if you crash in mud, or let's say if you land on sand, on little stones, grain or stones, it will just protect everything from going into your stack and damaging it. Okay, this is a simple hack, and it actually looks cool, especially this one from TBS. It says fuck normal life, because you don't want to be normal, right? So that is only $3. $3. All right, before I move on, if you're new here and you like the content, please support me by subbing to my channel. And if you're all here but you still haven't subbed, I'm judging you. press the sub button. It will help me a lot, motivate me to do more videos. And of course, if you want to be aware of future content, future hacks that's coming out, press the bell, or tickle my bell, like I love to say, right? Tickle my bell. So on to the fourth tip. Let's go. So the fourth tip is mainly how to save your antennas. If you have been seeing me showing this quad, you see there's no antenna behind, because that's what I usually break. I do a lot of backward stuff like Matty and all that, and this will always break my antennas. If you see this other quad, yep, see the antenna is broken. What do? You mount your antenna where the sun don't shine. So what I did is, from the VTX, the antenna just goes above my arms, and I just cable tie it to the middle here, where no crash is ever gonna hit it, and it's nicely cable tied like that. Don't know whether you can see, I have another one here of my 3-inch quad, also the same. And actually, I think it looks nicer on the quad where you don't have something protruding out here. But you may ask me, hey, that affects the range and blah, blah, blah. Of course, if you're a long-range pilot, don't listen to me. These are only for freestyle pilots where you don't need to fly like 5 kilometers out. You're probably just freestyling somewhere around here. Cable tie is like maybe 10 cents. And antennas are like 12 bucks, 13 bucks. So yeah, do it. And of course, as promised, last tip is a bonus tip. It's actually using motor bells from other motors to replace your current motors, which are from like different models. Okay. So back then I didn't even know this. So as you can see, if let's say one of your motor bells are down because it's dented inwards, and if you don't have extra bells for this particular motor, I'm sure you have other bells that from older motors. So if you're like me, back when I started, I keep on changing motors until I found the right one. And I have other bells, I mean other motors that I don't use anymore, but the stator size are the same. So let's say you're rocking 2207, you can actually use a 2207 bell from other motors to put it on your quad. This is an example. This is an iFlight motor, and this is an RCinPower motor. But internally, they are the same motors. It's the iFlight one, but only the bell is different because I ran out of this bell and I just changed it to an older bell, the 2207 RCinPower. As long as the stator size is the same, if you're 2306, you can change it to 2306. It doesn't matter because it will fit and it will perform just as the others. Okay? All right, guys, that's it from me. I've shared 5 tips that I feel seldom talk about. It's very uncommon. I don't see it in any videos, but they are kind of obvious, or it might not be obvious. You know, those things, obvious but not obvious. So I hope somebody benefits out of it. I hope you can save some money from it, and you can prolong and protect your gear, because what we want is to rip the skies, not to rip your wallets. All right. I'll see you on the next pack. This is dopeyfpv. Bye-bye.